6:12, everybody. So the city drowning as it struggles to care for migrants still arriving by the busload. The calls for federal help growing even louder.
And later this morning, Brooklyn Borough President Antonio Reynoso will echo those calls while also asking the business community to step up. Pix 11's Kiran Dhillon is joining us live from Williamsburg with more on this. Good morning, Kiran.
Hi, good morning, Hazel and Dan. Yeah, well, later this morning, the Brooklyn Borough President will be joined by other elected officials as well as advocates for a press conference. He is calling on what we've heard for months, if not more than a year now, the federal and state government to do more to help with the migrant crisis here in the city. Now, nearly 100,000 asylum seekers have made their way to the city since spring 2022, and city resources are strained. Just last week, the mayor said that this crisis could cost the city up to $12 billion if things don't change. Meantime, yesterday, several advocacy groups sent a letter to Governor Kathy Hochul asking she immediately create a comprehensive plan to deal with this crisis. Among other things, the groups want the governor to use her executive powers to force counties to accept asylum seekers. Now, according to the governor's office, though, New York National Guard personnel are being deployed to help around the state and are also helping with the crisis in the city.
We're also continuing to pay for the National Guard directly out of our pockets, and that is a high cost. It's approaching $200 million for this year, and it's something we agreed to.
So we are told that $1 billion was allocated in the state budget to help with this crisis, and $250 million of that is now available to the city for reimbursement. Meantime, of late, last week, federal officials seem to be getting the point, finally, some will say, that help is desperately needed here in the city. Last week, federal officials were on the ground in the city, meeting with the mayor's administration, getting more information about exactly what needs to be done going forward. And late last week, the Biden administration also released a new spending plan that it hopes Congress will pass. And in that, Senator Chuck Schumer has confirmed for Pix 11 News that hundreds of millions of dollars from that plan will likely be used for this migrant crisis here in the city. So that is the latest, but there'll be plenty more throughout the day from Brooklyn Borough President Antonio Reynoso. We are waiting for that information. We'll have it as it happens. That is the latest from Williamsburg, Brooklyn. Kiran Dhillon, Pix 11 News.
The city certainly needs the help. Kiran, thank you. It's 6:15 right now. A green delivery system is expanding.